Alrighty, back to the AX15 transmission rebuild and swap. In the mail today came the advanced adapters AX5 to AX15 plate, adapter plate I should say. This allows you to bolt up the AX5 bell housing that is used on the 2.5 liter Jeeps to the AX5 transmission case. So included in the kit is a new clutch. The input shaft splines are different on the AX15 versus the AX5, so you have to use a different clutch plate there. The adapter plate, the throw-out bearing and bearing retainer cone, and a bag of parts here that contain a new throw-out bearing, a new pilot bushing, and all the necessary hardware to bolt this stuff up. So, the gist of things is, this will replace your nose cone over there, and that one was looking pretty nasty, so I'm not even going to bother cleaning it. I'm just going to put that in a box. And this here sits right on top of there, replacing that piece. And once you get everything lined up, you'll now got everything lined up here. These countersunk holes, we will be putting some countersunk socket head screws and torquing those down to appropriate values with some thread locking compound. You know, the thread locking compound's not so much that keeps the bolts from backing out. I mean, you know, sufficient torque on there will keep that from backing out, but what it does do is keep any kind of weathering and contaminants from getting into the threads and causing them to actually corrode and possibly seize up. So it's got two purposes to it. Then this guy here, once you got the bearing in and everything, you will fix it to this right here. And it looks like they've drilled multiple holes in this plate, and only 4 holes in the nose cone. And it would seem that not all these holes line up with these holes that are drilled in there. So it looks to be that this, see here, how the holes aren't perfectly lined up. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm trying to point at right there. It's a little hard to see, but you can see that it's shifted off this way a little bit. But if you clock it over to the next set of holes, everything tends to line up the way it should. So only 4 of those are going to get used out of that whole set. Doesn't seem like there's any particular reason why this needs to be clocked in any particular direction. There's nothing to locate it on here. Looks like any way you can bolt it on will work. And then once you get this guy in there with the bearing and everything, you'll put the new seal in there as well. And really precision fit here. If you don't get